Man on the Street interviews have been a staple of entertainment for you, for us, for as long as people have been able to, hold a camera outside and get some audio recording devices and, shove them in people's faces and ask them what they're thinking.
So all you whites and brown dinner, tacuaches. See, I'm Mexican, I can say what's up. ¿Qué pasa, güey? ¿Qué pasa, vato? You said shit.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Try Hard Terry. It's Terry. We've had Man on the Street interviews to talk about local news, local catastrophes, local sporting events, international catastrophes, international news, international politics. It's been a staple of our TV broadcasts for decades. People were excited to give their perspectives, whether it be to NBC, ABC, or CBS. People trusted those news sources, and they knew their friends were going to be seeing them that night because that was the only thing that was on TV. They only had the 3 channels. But seeing your friends on the news, seeing your friends interviewed, it made TV personable. It made it feel like you were actually connected to that story. Nowadays, not so much, but that's a whole other thing. It brought us as Americans together.
I looked out my door and started hitting me in my head. I took off running, ran to my restroom, and then I called my mama to see was she all right.
Street interviews have evolved since the dinosaur times of television. Now we have all these kids named Nathan going out to all the local bar strips and shoving a camera in these drunk 18-year-old kids' faces with their fake IDs. Or they're shoving in the 32-year-old guy named Craig's face who's still on welfare and trying to pick up the 18-year-olds at these bars. So now, during all of that hookup culture and all the talking and everything, you got this kid who would think it's funny to just shove a camera in front of all these inebriated kids' faces and ask the most absurd and pointless questions, typically sexual.
Why are girls dressing up with barely any clothes for Halloween?
I look so good with no clothes on.
It's all just to get some clout or a clip to make them go viral or something. Well, let's be honest, a lot of these hard-hitting interviewers aren't asking the hard-hitting questions. I mean, come on. And a lot of these interviewees are not giving the most wisest words, the most strongest of answers. It's more,
you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing.
Sorry in advance, I'm going to be using her a lot because that's what's good right now. And if you're out drinking at a bar at any time, you're never safe. At any moment, some kid could jump out of the shadows and be like, how many zucchinis have you shoved up your butt? Right then and there, you have to make a decision. That one lame person in a rejection compilation for that interviewer before they get to the actual funny person.
Miss, for $1.
No.
Why?
Because.
Or do you stand your ground right there and you give them that solid 3 zucchini answer all at once?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
Whether it's good or bad, they're going to have to put you on blast. That's what we have to deal with these days. No one is safe anymore. There are cameras everywhere. Never able to make a mistake again. You're always being watched. You can't make a stupid mistake. You can't do a stupid action. Otherwise, it's going to go viral. I can imagine being in a place where you're always under surveillance or some big brother is kind of watching you. Anything you do surely will be caught on camera. Whether you like it or not, it could go viral, for better or for worse. We love Man on the Street interviews. We think they're hilarious. From funny Daily Show interviews about the current political climate.
We don't even know if he's a citizen.
Yeah, if you don't look at the birth certificate, there's almost no evidence there.
Exactly.
To hard-hitting news broadcasts about national catastrophes going on. 9/11.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. We'd like to get to the bottom of that.
They're great sources for the public to get, educated, to get a first-hand experience. I mean, that's really what it is a first-person experience to an actual event. They're great sources to get local people perspectives and opinions on a specific subject. That's really what it is. It's for the viewer's sake.
The loudest bang I had ever heard. It sounded like an explosion.
I thought perhaps the end of days was upon us, but it turned out it was just a disoriented old lady in a champagne-colored Toyota Avalon.
When Man on the Street interviews go a little too far, when people are doing it for their little YouTube channel or their TikTok channel, it's not really that beneficial, It's entertaining, for sure. But when is a Man on the Street interview absolutely necessary? When people are blackout wasted. They have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea that they're not making any sense. They see a camera and all of their inhibitions go right out the fucking window.
Get really drunk.
Get into as many clubs as I can with my fake.
But Terry, I hear you exclaiming. Man on the Street interviews aren't really hurting anybody. They don't cause massive shifts in culture. They're as harmless as any other news interview. Well, may I remind you of her?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck.
Or them?
What did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before.
What's the genuine issue I have with these man on the street interviews? Like, why am I bringing this up? Unfortunately, like most things in today's fast content culture of TikTok, shorts, reels, these creators aren't really making a name for themselves. Like, there are a few and far between interviewers that I could really name and follow and care about how they interview, what they're interviewing. I'm not really following Luke from ASU grilling these kids. About their college life. I don't know. What? No.
What the fuck? What's going on? What the fuck are you doing? I interview you, but you interview me as well. I work for a skincare company. What do you do? What are you out here for? Fuck your camera. Fuck your camera. God damn it.
I mean, essentially, nobody knows them. If they get some viral clip, some crazy story, people are going to love that. But also, with today's culture, they're going to re-upload it for their own purpose, so they can then get their channel views and go viral or whatnot. So after the first 2 or 3 uploads, their channel's gone. Yeah, no one's looking for them after that point. They're just seeing the clip. They're like, oh, that's a funny clip. Haha. And then move on. There's nothing more to say about that.
If you see these dogs in your front yard, just know upstairs I'm going hard. Bing bong.
Their channel is gone. It's gone to the wind. Now it's just re-uploads. It's just people reacting, editing themselves into it. They're not getting the momentum of the virality that they should be. But that's just how today's content works.
Something ain't right. Because then I start to taste them. I say, and then I start to smell them. So it's like a smell that tastes like.
Nobody cares about the interviewer. I mean, essentially, the interviewer is the set dressing or the stage for the subject that comes out to really shine, to really perform, because they give them their crazy clip or their crazy story. I mean, do you know who interviewed the Hop to a Girl?
You coward.
There was Tim and D TV. What about the I Like Turtles kid?
I like turtles.
What about the Bing Bong guy?
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
That's actually Side Talk. They're a 1-minute interview channel. They're still posting. Sure, with the initial blow up of these clips, they're going to get some virality. They're going to get some followers and whatnot. But it's going to fall off. Kind of like whenever you go to a Chinese buffet. The first plate, you're coming in strong. You're coming in hungry. And then after that, it's kind of diminishing returns. Every plate you get after, it's not a good payoff. Gone is the fame of what they could have had. But that's not really what goes viral anymore. People just care about the clip. They don't care about what's going on, what's the context or anything. Oh.
You pull in, and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop, drop down. Snap,
Believe me, taking things out of context, terrible. It's a sad situation, really. I mean, really only one ethical way to be able to re-upload somebody's content. And that's to, 1, don't do it. Or 2, just put the title of the channel in the description. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's a respect thing. But also, the average person isn't going out of their way to find the channel, find the person. Unless you do, then you're a great person. Then I love you. I respect you. Good job. Normal people, they enjoy the clip and then they move on. It's kind of like whenever you make the model volcano for your little sister and then your mom comes along and she's like, hey, little Susie, you did a great job. And then she turns to you and starts yelling at you like, you need to be doing more around this house. What are you doing? Picking your nose? They could have been a fan of the OG creator if they had come across your channel, but alas, that's not what our society is deemed for anymore. Along with nobody following the channel who's actually paying attention to the interviewer, the creator of this, the kid on the interview.
If your partner cheats on you, are you moving out or you staying?
I cheat or she cheats, because it's usually you mean if I cheat? Because usually who is cheating?
She.
Like normal journalists, they're not really trying to be in the shot for broadcasts. They're not trying to be noticed. I imagine if you're trying to make a name for yourself on a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel, you want to be, recognizable in that content. But I don't think people really care. So people who can be recognizable, it's typically because they do add content to their channel.
John, Kira Sedgwick.
Oh my god, this is so gay. I can't take this.
I mean, you think about, number one example I have is Andrew Callahan with All Gas, No Brakes, or now Channel 5 News with Andrew Callahan. The only way I found out about him was because of the controversy. I didn't hear about him before that, but he's surprisingly good. He adds a lot of good quality. He adds a lot of good content. He's a young independent journalist making a change in the industry.
Where are you from, fucking Barstool?
No.
Have you ever fucking experienced Talladega like this before?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you're a fucking pussy. Because this is fucking Talladega.
A real Oprah Winfrey type. Groundbreaking. But for one Andrew Callahan, you have 1,000 Nathans from Cleveland just harassing people in the streets.
and this store was rated the best store in downtown LA.
Bitch, gonna step on my fucking toe, bitch, with them fucking cow.
Oh, she not fucking with me. I just said
disgusting.
3.
Hey, bro, was that a walk-in genie? Bro, did we just get dropped by?
The young, drunk, and horny are all in danger at this moment on their Saturday nights. You also got Daniel Mack, the kid who stages all of his TikTok videos asking rich people, what do they do for a living? And it's some BS, like it's a guy from Shark Tank, it's a guy, some NFL person, it's a OnlyFans model. But it's good entertaining content, so people make parodies of that.
Dude, that's the Hawk Tua girl. Yo, excuse me. Hi, what do you do for a living?
Oh, no, not you.
Yes, I feel like I was like, oh my gosh, is that you? What?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, okay, so I know what you do for a living.
So whenever I come across similar content to that, parodies of that, I think, oh, it's Daniel again. But no, it's some other person asking, how much do you pay for in rent? And I can't keep them straight, so I'm just like, okay, I don't care about this person. One person did it right. I'm going to follow that. I'm going to keep up with that. Whatever this person's doing, good on them, but I don't care. I'm not going to follow them. Some other bozo copycat. Can't keep all these TikTokers straight. I just up enjoying the clip and moving on and not caring at all who it is behind the camera in these videos. I can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Now there's this one creator, Dylan, I think. Daniel, Dylan.
Daryl.
I think his name is
Daryl.
He comes out with a very strong African accent, and he's the subject of the interviews. All of these videos are structured to look like a genuine interview, and they all have, you can't believe what he says at the end, or you have to wait till the last guy at the end.
What do you think about Biden jumping out, run for president?
What did I do?
No, Biden jumping out, run for president.
Oh, kids, there you can, both of you can go, but that money that I owe you, just wave it bye-bye.
It's all just this guy rambling about something absurd situation that happened, and I don't really follow what's going on most of the time, but it's great content because it's finding a way around the street interview model that I haven't seen before. I think that's innovative. I think that's fun. Like, people have done fake interviews before, sure.
Some know the reflected realm to be the netherworld. Others know it as the abyss. I know it as the shadow zone.
But that is, all of his content is basically parodying street interviews. I mean, a lot of these street interviews are all about getting watch time. I mean, essentially it's wait till the end, wait for the last person, see what they say. I get it, watch time equals virality because then it's engagement, and the algorithms in every platform always push for more engagement rather than quality content, obviously. But do people want quality content or do they want engagement? Why do I bring all this up? Well, let's look at the most recent street interview that went viral. Hawk Tua girl. She was thrust into fame all because of a fellatio technique she learned from her grandmother. I mean, just like 2 months ago, she was working on her family farm, and now she's having interviews on podcasts with Bill Maher, Whitney Cummings, the Nelk Boys, driving around in Bentleys. I'm pretty sure she was on It's Daniel Mack. I'll pull that up.
You're doing philanthropy stuff?
Yeah, I'm doing philanthropy stuff. I just learned that word today.
Oh, really?
I did.
Philanthropy.
And what happened to the channel that broadcast her? Here are the stats. Chinese buffet. People find it a novelty to be able to have a conversation with complete strangers. I mean, you're walking past them on the street every day, and you're like, they don't want to talk to me. I don't care what they have to say.
Yo, excuse me.
What's up, man?
What are you listening to?
All by Garrison.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
But whenever it comes down to an interview, you're like, ooh, what's this person going to say? Because then you're thinking about how you would be in that situation. And you're like, oh, I could give my perspective about this and this. The same situation. You're curious what people are thinking. You have this idea. You're curious about how people are seeing things, their perspectives. Yeah, it's kind of surreal because you get to peek into the minds of other people. That's what's interesting about it. I get it. How their minds work based on their experiences, based on their perspectives, based on their opinions. Perhaps it's that craving for connection that technology and social media has truly taken away from us, maybe. Let's be honest, it all comes down to, our innate behavior to be chismosos, to be nosy. You know what I'm saying?
It's a facade. I feel your energy. Where is this going? Going on TikTok. Yeah, my girl loves TikTok. I wonder if she's seen me before. I don't know who you are, bro. That's okay, no one does. Say hi to your girlfriend.
To stick our nose in someone else's business? Love it! Unless the time comes where we learn to respect each other's personal space, to respect each other's privacy, you will continue to be unsafe at a bar strip on a Saturday night. Nathan can come for you. If you're 4 shots deep and you see one of those guys prowling around, back away slowly. Do not interact. Do not make eye contact. That advice also works for wolves.
Sir, for $1, who would you rather have sex with, Charlize Theron or Anne Hathaway?
Neither one, I'm gay.
Oh, God.
Thank you again for checking out my channel. If you enjoyed this, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can know who I am, so when I start doing my street interviews 2 years down the road. Does that make sense? If I was able to entertain you, smash that subscribe button. If I was able to, just keep you busy, I will take a like button instead. Alright, check back later for another video, and I'll see you soon. Good night. Bye.
You gotta subscribe to the channel, man.